Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Chris Abraham. I'm president of Abraham Harrison. Have a degree in literature, but really loved the internet, technology, and I love propaganda. I love the way culture and ideas flourish and mutate and change and can be influenced. I love memetics, and so therefore all those things came together in one job, which is Abraham Harrison, which is 35 people strong. We do social media marketing and online PR. 80% of what we do is blogger outreach, long tail blogger outreach, meaning we reach out to everybody. We're distributed around the world, 14 time zones, 35 people, pretty good coverage of the entire day. You have an interesting approach to social media on behalf of your clients. Instead of focusing on the top bloggers or influencers, you reach out to hundreds, if not thousands of people. What do you say to people who think this is a gunshot approach to PR and marketing? It is a numbers game, but I have a response to that. I believe that the true Bible of what we're all doing is Clue Train Manifesto. And Clue Train Manifesto says that the revolution happened because the blogosphere allows everybody to have conversations amongst themselves. And I really think that traditional PR that's moved into social media PR takes the same awful, terrible model of only caring about a top few and just remaps it onto the most influential people in social media, the most influential people on Twitter, the most influential people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what we do is not a gunshot approach, although it is a numbers game. Honestly, everybody we reach out to isn't interested in hearing from us. But what it is instead is it's an attempt to reach out to everyone. Because markets are conversation, and the broader the market, the broader the conversation, the more powerful and impactful the response is, right? So instead of just reaching out to 25 people, we reach out to 2,500 to 4,000 people. And at that point, only 400 or 500 people will post, but 900 people or so will reply. And I think that's really important to realize is that we engage every day with lots and lots and lots of people who have blogs and internet sites and social media impact, and they've never been kissed. Most of these people have never been touched, never been asked on a date. They just do it out of passion, and because their clout or whatever is so relatively small, nobody reaches out to them. So we've had amazing effect. It's hugely effective. Clients include Kimberly Clark and Snuggle Fabric Softener and Fresh.
Why don't you guys consider yourself a PR agency?
Have a full service office. We focus on what we are, which is a very effective delivery vehicle. We are sort of like, we're neither the Pentagon nor are we the State Department. We are the diplomatic corps. We are the people who understand the local culture, be it as simple as tech bloggers or as complex as Brazilian bloggers. We have to make sure that when the engagement happens, we are not as obtuse as an American businessman trying to communicate with a Japanese businessman back in the 80s without having been in any way groomed. So what we do effectively is we understand how to talk blogger. We understand how to talk blogger in an environment where we don't assume that the blogger has a lingua franca, that they don't understand, or rather, that they don't share the same language with companies or PR companies. Most PR companies assume that a blogger knows what a press release is or understands what it means to hold an item until a certain date, or what it, professional courtesies that bloggers don't want, don't desire. Most bloggers don't do anything out of a desire to maybe one day get tapped as a journalist. There's no desire to interact with PR people. So when you interact with these bloggers, you have to take an entirely different tact. You have to get them at hello, and if you can't get them immediately, using their language, appealing to their sense of interest, and not in any way ever being condescending or rolling your eyes. If you ever let a blogger catch you roll your eyes for whatever reason, or look frustrated, or be angry, or ironic, or deceitful, or condescending, then you're done.
What trends do you see for 2011?
I believe as tools are made easier and easier and easier for people to blog, I think people are going to blog more and more and more and be less connected and less attached with what blogging is, what blogging means. I have a video on YouTube that teaches people how to do a WordPress.com blog, and I've got over 500,000 views on each video, 700 on one, almost 500,000 the other, and people are clamoring. They want WordPress.org downloads. So even though everybody's dead and moved on from blogging, we're finding that if that's the case, then the people who are left, who have the persistence, are going to reap all the benefits in terms of SEO. And I think also that the blog, in many cases, is becoming more and more a landing page, is a place where everything is collected. That while people have Twitter feeds and Facebook profiles and pages and YouTube and so forth, that there's no context in all those things, right? All those things don't say who I am, and they certainly don't say if you belong to ABC News. If you belong to ABC News, this is how to get a hold of me, and this is my history, and this is, and besides, when all those services die, having your own blog is an amazing way to collect everything, to aggregate everything, and to have control of it after everything falls apart. So, for example, I spent 2 years recording and photographing and doing all these things for this website called Utterly, or utters.com. It was awesome. And, now it died, and all of that work is for naught. And all the posts that cross-posted to my blog are dead. The images are gone. The video is gone. Same thing can happen with my quick videos. At the end of the day, you got to choose what you're going to do. I love location-based stuff. That's another thing. I'm doing it less and less now on Facebook because I don't know what the reason is. Unless I'm with friends. If I'm with friends, it's nice to be able to tag them. But if I'm alone, there's really no incentive. I still use Foursquare. I do not use Gowalla right now because I have a BlackBerry and it sucks for Gowalla. Because I have a BlackBerry, I don't have any of these awesome services that do everything at once. Everybody's moving over to Tumblr. I think there's Twitter, which is a microblogging, and then there's blogging, which is macroblogging, I guess. Which people assume that when you have a blog, you have to go ahead and write and feed the scorpion, or feed the monster. But with Tumblr, you could do a text thing, you can do a video thing, you can do an audio thing, you can call up a phone number, an 800 number, and leave a voice note. You can drop a quote, you can drop text, you can drop a photo, a video, and you can do it via email, and you can do it, and then you can cross-post it to other places. I know that the Daily is using Tumblr. I know that Vanity Fair is using Tumblr. I know that a lot of people are using Posterous too, or Posterous. I know Guy Kawasaki is Joey Ito is using Posterous. Robert Scoble's using Posterous. That's another Posterous, Posterous.com, is another pretty cool tool that allows you to do the same thing that Tumblr allows. I want something that follows me everywhere, and I want something that basically tweets and Facebooks every hour or every 20 minutes, letting people know where I am. I don't mind. Something that doesn't burn battery up, something that's autonomous, something that just allows me to sign off all of my privacy settings and let the world know that every hour where I am. And if I stay someplace twice in 1 hour and don't move, it won't tweet that again. But if I move, for example, right now, this is a trip across the country for business and pleasure. And, I would love to not have to remember all the time to update with latitude and longitudinal, references every single time I do it.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of PRMM Interview. For more information, go to prmeetsmarketing.com.